And welcome to Waffle Board Breaks. Sunday night double box break from eBay spots and a couple unsolds left. And Dale cleared those out. Looking for the closer mojo, which we know exists. We'll see if he's able to cash it in. It's not a guarantee, but it's happened very quite recently, a lot of times. So we'll see if the streak continues. Not a consecutive streak, but it's been pretty much a hot spot. Whether or not it's the very last spot or somebody has purchased spots and they close us, and then one of the earlier spots hit. Closer mojo does exist. So we'll see, Dale. We'll see if it carries over to you tonight. Obviously, only 29 boxes tonight. We'll do 29 and 28. We'll break that in right into the middle of the 20s, just like that. Of course, we have 8 more boxes before the reload. Note the sign for anybody that's watching without sound. This week is Monday and Thursday on Facebook breaks. So we'll be tomorrow, 8 p.m. Is the claim post will go live on Facebook, and then we'll break that tomorrow night. Same thing on Thursday. So I'll be unavailable Tuesday and Wednesday this week. So we are breaking Monday and Thursday. Yeah, see, there you go. You feeling it? You feeling it. You're feeling the fox. Fox was due. What does the fox say? Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's a couple people that actually said the same thing with me. They were like, I was thinking about grabbing Fox and, decided not to. And yeah, like I said, there it is. Fox hits. So yeah, that was a big one. Just to remind me, everything that was hit through Thursday is in the mail. I sent everything out, I believe, on Friday afternoon. So you guys should be getting your stuff earlier this week, probably tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on where you are. I'm not sure how slow the mail's been getting to you guys, but I think most of the stuff has been getting there in, within a week, usually by the middle of the weekend. So I sent it out on Friday instead of Saturday this week. You guys should be getting it hopefully a little earlier. Yeah. Shirley, my game went heavy today. Grabbed 3 spots. So you got a better than 1 in 10 chance for each random with 29 and 28 boxes. Obviously you got 3 spots. You're better than 1 in 10 chance, which you pretty much can't beat that, especially for fully licensed. I said I do have a good custom going into the next reload, but 99% of my jerseys are fully licensed. They're all reputable COAs more often than not, almost 99% of the time as well. You guys know the quality stuff that passes my inspection before I put them in my boxes, and whether or not it's straight out of my PC. That's something that you guys benefit from when I decide to pare it down. I haven't added anything to my PC in quite some time, probably a couple months now, and I'm in the process of adding the third part of the fourth part. I'm still missing the third part. As some of you may know, I'm in the process of collecting a Dougie Hamilton career arc autograph jerseys. I already have the Reebok Boston Bruins Dougie Hamilton, where he started and was drafted. And I do have the Dougie Hamilton Calgary Flames Reebok, where he played after that. I don't have the Carolina Hurricanes. That was his next stop for a short while. And now he's currently right now with the Devils. I'm in the process of picking up the Devils. There's Ari. Ari is my man. We're looking to meet hopefully maybe even tomorrow, definitely this week, so we can exchange the necessary items, the greenbacks and the jersey. So yeah, that'll be, as of right now, that'll be 3/4 of the way to my career Dougie Hamilton arc. I have, like I said, over 200 auto jerseys in the PC, and there are a couple kind of eclectic items in there. I mean, obviously a lot of them are the huge names. I got all tons of the huge names. I got tons of bolts, and I got tons of the oil, and I don't have a Gretzky, I don't have a Mew, but I got pretty much everybody else that I possibly could hunt for. And like I said, I'm looking for the Canes one. I haven't seen a Canes one, but I'm not surprisingly. So Canes are weird. Like I said, I'm also a Jeff Skinner fan. I don't have a single jersey of his autographed. I would like to have Carolina, where he started, and you would think, since he got traded a couple times, you would think they would show up secondary market, and I don't see them. So I don't know if just Carolina is not a huge autographed jersey location. I don't know what the issue is. But I mean, some of the other Carolina jerseys we've had, Brindamore, I've seen, Svechnikov, Seth Jarvis. I mean, obviously, Brent Burns has been there the last couple of years. He just moved on to Colorado. But I have seen Carolina autograph jerseys, but it's not Skinner when he was there, and he was there for a while. But I'm hopefully, like I said, never saw Dougie Hamilton. I don't think I've even seen a Dougie Hamilton across the interwebs. I'm sure there have been out there. I'm not actively hunting, but just like I know eventually I'm going to come across a Carolina, and eventually I'd love to come across the obviously you have the Devils. So that's one of the 3/4 of the way, and I'm sure there's been rumors of him being traded at some point in time because they've gone very young in New Jersey. With Simon Nemec is about ready for prime time. Luke Hughes looks to be the man down their blue line. So they're probably going to move on from him very shortly. But I mean, I know he's got a big money contract, so that's why they're talking teams like Toronto looking to maybe add him. But I don't see any. I mean, I know he has probably a pretty serious no trade clause in his contract. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not dropping $250 on a Dougie Canes. Like I said, I mean, it's you want to keep. I mean, a player like him who's not a super duper star, but I mean, and you don't see tons of his auto jerseys. So eventually they'll pass by me. I go through more than enough autograph jersey options, every single week, collecting stuff for my break here, and I'm about. I have about 15, 16 ready for the reload. Still trying to nail a couple down, and we'll see how that goes. Obviously, you never sleep looking for stuff for your upcoming reload. So it's on me, obviously, to continue searching. I want to find stuff that you guys want to chase. It's like I said, a very nice. I'm glad you stopped, Ari. If you want to check the video, I post it when we're done. We should be done probably within 20 minutes or so. And you can check out the video, but I'll get in touch with you tomorrow. Maybe we can meet up for the Dougie. So there you go. Like I said, you guys know I'm always searching for you guys. At the same time, so every once in a while I see something that sparks my interest and makes me want to chase it down. But not as I'm not actively chasing the Jeff Skinner or the Dougie Hamilton, or there's a couple other jerseys that I would like to see on my wish list. Some of them are hopes and dreams, like Korea. You got the paint through the nose. But like I said, eventually came across my boy Kipper, and that was not an easy task. Obviously, he lives back in Finland, rarely makes North America appearances, didn't sign a ton when he was playing. So it was fortuitous for me to keep my eyes open. And I kind of lucked into the first one. And then I found out he came over when they retired his number in Calgary, and I was able to somehow connect with a guy that was driving cross country in Canada to get a signing session with Kipper, where he was probably signing, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 items. So he took orders, and that's the second Kipper. That was the Kipper jersey that I've owned all my life. I think it's a CCM from when he was in his playing days, and it was pretty good shape. Like I said, I didn't wear it anywhere where it would get destroyed, and I decided to get that autographed as well with some inscriptions. So, like I said, I'm still a collector, just like you guys. Like I said, I've been in your shoes many, many times. Like I said, I've been there with the highs and I've been there with the lows. So I know exactly what the chase is. I know how the pain of the losses and the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, I used to say, with the wild world of sports. So, but make sure everybody takes note. Tomorrow is our first of the 2 Facebook posts, and then Thursday, which by all means, that's probably going to be the case. I don't think I'm going to have to push it back, but it's probably going to be Thursday. So we'll see. Definitely tomorrow and probably Thursday. So it's a weird week. Then next week, we're back to normal. We're doing the next Sunday will be the last double box before the reload goes in. So it's getting there just on us. I should have, like I said, I have 15, 16 in-house, which I'm going to get pictures of, and I'm starting to put stuff ready to post it. And it's going to be a little while because we still have eight boxes to go before we open up. We're going to get down to 21, which is pretty crazy. I don't think we've been down to 21 before, and that's as low. It's even lower than I feel comfortable going, usually 22 or 23. But the way it fell, because I did the free box last week when we hit the Shattenkirk, that triggered the freebie, and that's when we hit the Owen Nolan. So that was that Shattenkirk basically I was giving away. We hit that. the other box was going to be opened totally free. So, but that kind of throws off the mathematics. You're not doing 4 weeks when you did 5 to 1 week. So that'll get me down to 21 before we reload, which is crazy because that means next week's 2 Facebooks are going to be 23 and 22 box odds, which you're not finding that anywhere. You're not finding that for these prices anywhere. You're not finding that for these quality jerseys anywhere. It's just absolute insanity. So you guys know the drill. You guys, I fully appreciate the total support from you guys, even though we're here in the off season. There's been news. Obviously, my boy Jeff Skinner, speaking of, signed with the San Jose Sharks. People talk bad about me. Obviously, he only had 16 goals this year. He got limited play in the playoffs, scored in the one of the 5 games he played. He still has talent. He still can skate. Like I said, you think of if you can't play with Dry and McDavid, but they kind of had already set lines, and he wasn't able to get a lot of power play time, and he wasn't able to get regular time with those guys. So he got stuck on the 3rd and 4th, and that's not maximizing Jeff Skinner's abilities. Like I said, he had a big year a couple years ago and got paid in Buffalo. He's been, he hasn't been hit those heights since then. But I think San Jose, obviously, they're not close to the playoffs. It's a shame because last year was his first ever taste of playoff hockey. San Jose won't be making the playoffs in all likelihood this coming year, but they need talent on the top 6. So we'll see. He'll be able to play with some kids who are really talented, whether it's with Celebrini, whether it's with Will Smith. I don't think Misa's going to be ready this year. They still have the Foley. They still have talent on the team. Obviously, Eklund. I think he can contribute to that team. He'll probably work well with the young kids. Like I said, we'll see. Hopefully he can brush off a little bit on them. Like I said, he's not a multi-cup winner. He's not a huge trophy winner. Did win the Calder Trophy his rookie year. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm happy he ended up with San Jose. I'll be able to watch those games late, see little Jeff Skinner playing with the young kids. So that'll be fun. There was trying to think of anybody else. No real big signings this week. Oh yeah, other than that was actually before we break on Thursday. Ehlers had just signed, I think Carolina. I think Brendan Moore feels that he's a perfect fit. Ehlers is a perfect fit on any team that he ended up with, and it's just amazing that they had the money available to bring in Ehlers. So that's a huge signing for them. It's a gut punch a little to Winnipeg. They would like to have had him back there. I'm seeing if they have young kids that are just ready to play big time minutes on that team. So we'll see. We'll see if they're able to take that gut punch to the roster. I mean, he gives you a lot more than just numbers. Ehlers a good player, and he will contribute to Carolina. So Florida is looking better with their signings. Obviously, they're pretty much returning the exact same unit they won back-to-back cups. Carolina is looking better. We'll see. Obviously, they subtracted some of the older defensemen. Orlov is gone. Burns is gone. But they brought in some younger players. Obviously, Keandre Miller, say what you will. Rangers kind of soured on him. But I'm sure with if he's not, ruined and he still can offer, he still can get better. Carolina's it's a good environment for a young kid to go there and see if he can fit in with that, pretty tight defensive unit style and the players. Like Carolina is one of the top, 4 or 5 teams easily in the East. So we'll see if he takes the next step. It doesn't look like it was going to happen in New York. Like I said, the East teams have gotten better. Even Tampa's tinkered a little bit and gotten better. Not a whole lot they can do. Obviously, cap strapped, but we'll see. Like I said, it's all season still. Obviously, we had the baseball draft today. That's still going on. I think it's not as fun at all. What's up, Thomas M? Hope you're feeling a little better today on a Sunday. I know you and I have had some discussions how your last couple of weeks have gone, but hopefully things are a little bit better today, a little sunnier. I know you grabbed an unsold spot as well as grabbing one of the spots on eBay. So we'll see. Like I said, you've been a little hot too. You had a couple hits. I'm sure you received them already. If you haven't, you should receive them within a couple days. Everybody else that's hoping to get a jersey in the mail that was sent out should receive them early this week because I sent out on Friday as opposed to Saturday. So hopefully they've been moving in the system all day Saturday. Obviously Sunday, no delivery, but you guys should be getting them Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday at the latest. So we'll see. The Gensel's been there a long time. In fact, our three oldest have been there. One from last year, obviously that's the oldest jersey, and then the Camel Getzel's February. So that second oldest run, they're both from February. So, but the January's gone, December's gone. I think Vassy might have been from November, maybe even older, maybe even October. I don't even know when Vassy's reload was. I'd have to look specifically. But yeah, Jake, and Jake's looking to have a big year again. Obviously, Coach is healthy. He's going to have number one PP minutes, number one line minutes. There's no reason to think that he won't continue performing the way he's done for the next bunch of years. He signed there long term. There's no looks to trade him. As long as Kush is there with him and he's playing on that PP, his numbers are going to come. So, I mean, he's definitely a talented, 200-foot player. He's good up and down. He's helpful, obviously with they're playing with, on that first line. He definitely with Braden Point and Kucherov. I'm not saying, a bowl of rice is going to put up points on that left wing, but if you're good, you're going to look even better. So that's the key. It's like Cooch and Point can make anybody, better. But if you're already good, I mean, that's where you have superstar numbers like he put up last year. So Jake Getzel, that's a beautiful jersey. I do have backups. I do have a Getzel. So when that hits, I have a completely different style, different Getzel ready for the next reload. So we'll see. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting week for me. Obviously, we're going to break tomorrow. So we'll be right back at it tomorrow at 8 p.m. Like I said, it's going to be a long night for me because I got to get the spot price preview up for tomorrow and Thursday. And, of course, I have to get the spots loaded in to start Tuesday to end next Sunday. So it's going to be a bit long tonight. I expect it. But, I mean, this one, obviously, since we're breaking tomorrow, I want to get that spot price preview up as soon as possible. So, yeah, I mean, he was. Like I said, he's a great player no matter what his cast members are. And, I mean, obviously, he was great in Pittsburgh, and he was, was only in Carolina for a cup of tea and then a cup of coffee. And then, boom, he's with, Tampa decided to commit the money to him over Stammer. And that's the way you got to do it in the modern NHL. I mean, it's a shame because I love Stamkos. I would love to see him stay a Bolt through his entire career. But the money you're going to give him, you give to Getzel and you get younger. I mean, the numbers are not lacking. Obviously, Stamkos struggled a little bit out of the gate, but he came on strong. So I expect him to put up good numbers. But you basically give it over the next 3-4 years. Who's going to give you better numbers? Probably Getzel. That's just how age is. It all comes to all of us, so we do the drill. So, but definitely remember, anybody that's watching with no sound, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. claim post, and then we'll break tomorrow evening. I know Big Al will be breaking on Monday as well, so don't spoil for him. If you grab spots, I probably will. So just to let everybody know. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's here. I don't think he's breaking tonight. So here we go. So like I said, I mean, I'm glad Ari stopped by because I'm hoping to finish the connection with that Dougie Hamilton Devils jersey, make it 3/4 of his current career arc. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I haven't had anything to my PC in quite some time, so I haven't had to shave off for you guys for the reloads. I think this reload, usually I've had a couple in there. I don't think this one, I have to look to see if I'm adding anything from the PC. I think a couple of jerseys I have an exact copy of, so technically that is like adding one for my PC. So, but we'll see. Like I said, every spot is claims. Just a couple payments I'm just waiting on, but don't worry about that because obviously they're be coming to me at some point in time, or obviously paying through eBay for the eBay spots. So let's get going. We're not going to hold up the break here. Let's get this done and over with. 2 boxes, nothing extra, no freebies. There will be a freebie next week. Obviously, the last double box before the reload is next Sunday. So I will have a giveaway that night, completely free. So we'll think about that when we get to it. But just tonight, 2 boxes. Let's get going with that. 29 and 28 are our box odds tonight. Good luck, everybody. Can't wait to see what comes out. Some great stuff, some great old stuff. I said we still have 16 new boxes Only 16 of the 20. Normally you do reloads of 16. We still have 16 of the 20 reload boxes available. So 29, 28 boxes for our box odds, 16 from the last reload. So we'll see. We'll see. Dale's feeling it. Dale's feeling like closer mojo, which means it has to be an older box. But we'll see what comes out, because this 2 spots were 2 of the older ones. So we'll see what comes out tonight. Can't wait. Can't wait. Let's get going. Let's get ready for everybody. Let me see. I gotta get my randoms up. My dice roll. We'll get this going. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking for it. Okay, let me see what we got here. Let me get my dice roller. Okay, let me see. Here's my dice roller. And my lists. And my sheets. Okay, here we go. You guys know 5 or more, of course, always on the dice roll. Of course, make sure we have everything on the up and up. Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, sir, we're still good. Okay. The boxes are all here, of course. 1 box from last year, 2 from February. Where's my lists? 1 from March, 1 from April, 3 from May, 5 from the early June, and the end of June, 16 boxes, all the way up to 32. 32 is the last box. So here we are. Good luck, everybody. See you doing it. We're going to random 5 or more spins for the first box, and then we'll back that number out, and we'll do 5 or more spins for our second box. That way we have possibly a different die roll for each. So let's do it. 5 or more. Let's see it. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what we hit. 6. 6 times for the first box. Good luck, everybody. 6 times it is. 1. 29 boxes. 2. 3, 4, 5. The first box we're going to open is going to be box number 21. 21. Box 21. Box 21 is in the reload. Making sure it wasn't one that was skipped. Box 21, 29 times, or 29 boxes. 6 times, box 21. So let's back out of there. Box 21 will go away. Okay. Okay, new one. See what we go. 5 or more. Let's see what we got. 9 times for our second box. So box 21, 9 times for our second box. 9 times, Mr. Bueller. 9 times. Let's do it. Good luck, everybody. 28 boxes. Two. There we go. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And the second box we're going to open tonight is going to be box number 83. 83 is not in the reload. It's an older box, 9 times, box 83. So one of each. 83. 83. Box 83. Okay, here we go. And then the reload. Where's the reload? Oh, okay. Let's back this out so I can take it off the list. Box 83. Okay. Okay. Good luck, everybody. Box 21 first. Box 83 seconds. Box 21. Oh, of course, that's the one. The sticker actually fell off earlier, so I had to change it. Box 21. Box 83. So 2 boxes, guys. Box 21, box 83. Ooh, 16 boxes from this reload. Let me see. 1 in 16. Let's see how varied our spots are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we had 10 or 11 people tonight. We had 9 different people have spots in this 16. So this one's a free for all. Here we go. Box 21. Box 21. Good luck, everybody. It's going to be fun. Like 7 boxes. 16 to reload. Let's see. It's going to be hit one of each. This is going to be fun. Here we go, guys. Box 21. Box 21 is one of the 2 sends. Drake Batherson, a good American boy. Ottawa Senators. Drake Batherson, and that's a Kojo's COA. Drake Batherson, beautiful black Adidas Pro Kojo Sports COA. One of the few that still does the cards. Drake Batherson, autographs, Ottawa Senators, Fanatics Premium. Actually, that's what it says, but it's a Fanatics. No, it's Adidas. It's an Adidas Pro. There we go. Drake Batherson. There we go. Drake Batherson. I think he was second on the team in goals. I think he might have been second on the team in points. Drake Batherson. Beautiful Ottawa Senators crest. Beautiful textured. The gold, black, red. The Sens. Look, a gladiator. Ottawa Senators, beautiful patches. Just a beautiful jersey. Obviously, the Adidas really knocked it out of the park. Such a nice, heavy jersey. Drake Batherson, good American boy, playing for the Sens. Very, very nice. I want to stick. Here we go. There we go. 83. 83. Let's see who joins Drake. 83. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what you got. 83 it is. Where's my list? This is exciting too. Box 83. Show us what you got. Oh. What do I tell you? What do I tell you? Closer mojo does exist. Dennis Potvin. New York Islanders, 4-time Stanley Cup champions. Hall of Famer. There it is. This is actually a multi-sticked. Star side is the one contained, but it also has an AJ's. It might have been an AJ's originally, and it was boxed up by Star side at one point in time. Kaboom Sports. Dennis Potvin. Woohoo! There it is. Closer Mojo. Blue Ink Sig. Dennis Potvin, Hall of Fame 91. Dennis Potvin. Of course, he had the C for the New York Islanders. Fanatics jersey with the stitched on C. Dennis Potvin. Look at that. I told you again. The 4 gold stripes. Stanley Cups. Early 80s. Dennis Potvin. Potvin socks. Potvin socks if you're buying socks. There we go. Beautiful. Fantastic. Nice trick. Batherson Adidas from the last reload. And Closer Mojo does exist. Bing. How you like that, Dale? See? You want to call the Closer Mojo? You swoop in, and there it is. Big time. Closer Mojo does exist. So congratulations. Sorry for everybody, of course, that did not hit. Batherson, like I said, 1 of 16 from the last reload, and everybody had a chance at Potvin. He sat there, last 2 spots, and Dale claimed them live. So congratulations to Dale. Thank you, everybody. Sorry for everybody that did not hit. Of course, we're doing it tomorrow, so I will get the spot price preview ready for tonight's, so you guys have to take a look at it. I'm not going to bang you guys up too much. Obviously, we did 5 jerseys since then, or like, so no, yeah, we did 4 jerseys since then, so since last week. And like I said, I'm going to have to take up a little bit. We'll see what I can do to keep it tolerable to all. So we'll see. Like I said, now down to 27 boxes on tomorrow night, and then 26 on Thursday. Just like that, we're down to 25 and 24. So, yeah, so thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you, Big Al. I'll be looking to your stuff tomorrow. I'll be breaking tomorrow night as well, so try not to spoil it for you whenever spots you claim at my spot at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. So make sure you guys remember, here's my sign, this week, Monday and Thursday. So make sure you make a special note to yourself. I don't want anybody to miss out with the great odds. Obviously, since we'll be doing kind of off the regular schedule. So Monday and Thursday with that. So I don't want to lose it, but there you go. Okay. So thank you, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys back here tomorrow night. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that stops by and grabs spots at Waffle Board Breaks. We have a good time doing it. Good time chatting with you guys. And I can't wait to see what comes out this week as well. So thank you. Have a good night, everybody. Waffle Board Breaks. There's tons of work to do. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow night. Take care, guys.